Hello. I thought I would take a couple of minutes just to discuss what the actual value of planning is. We're talking about the 12-week plan and blah, 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 and I'm getting very excited about it. But I thought it might be a good idea to sort of review what the actual advantage is here. The thing about planning things out is that it allows you to use your time and your resources to the most efficiency, to their highest value opportunity, I guess, if that makes sense. But use it to the best use, right? You can plan it out and you've got your time, you've got your resources, and you can use them in the most beneficial way possible. And that makes it so that your odds at hitting your goal are much higher. Some people don't really want to plan because they've got like this action bias where they think that, hey, if I take all this time up front to plan, I'm not actually working on things and I'm not getting things done. So instead of planning, I'm just going to go ahead and get things done. The thing about that is, while it takes a minute or a few to create a good plan up front, it does take some time. It does take some work. But in the end, when you have a plan like the 12-week year plan that we'll be working from, this actually cuts down on the amount of time it'll take to do the task. So I think they were talking about in the book, it's like 20% less time to complete a complicated action if you have a plan ahead of time. And also, one of the things that I think people feel like they don't need a plan is because they think they already know what to do. And yeah, that's true. You know what I mean? Like we know. I know that I need to eat less and exercise more if I want to lose weight. But just knowing that doesn't make me do it. And also, it doesn't really give me a very specific plan for it. Even if I say, okay, I want to count my calories, or even if I say, okay, I want to cut out dairy and sugar. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a specific plan for it. And that makes it much more likely for me to not focus on it, to forget it in the moment, to just say, oh, I just not right now, maybe tomorrow. And then, you end up right back to where you began. So any progress you made, forget about it. You just keep starting over and starting over and starting over. And that's irritating. So the other thing about this particular planning process is that we're talking about specific actions, right? We're talking about very specific actions we take at certain times. So we don't have to worry about how to act in the moment. So like I said, if I'm like, oh, I just, I want 1,200 calories. So one of the things that I'm really good at when I'm counting calories, because that's really the only way I found for myself that I can lose weight. Very personal. Different people do it different ways. I personally, if I keep track of my calories and I keep it to under 1,200 a day, I will lose weight. But a lot of times, like I get to 1,200 and then maybe I ate something a little over 1,200. I'm like, I know that I went over, so I'm not gonna write it down. It's just we'll just call that day fine. And you know what? That doesn't work. That's not what helps. But if I tell myself in this plan 1,200 calories a day and that's it, I'm going to be keeping track of it. And then at the end of the week, I got to be like, yeah, I did that, or oh no, I didn't. And that's gonna help me because, yeah, acting in that moment, like I'll be able to catch myself and institute the behaviors that I have chosen already. I'll also be aware of it, of the fact that, I'm not going to feel like that. And here's what I'll do when I don't feel like it. You know what I mean? I'll just remind myself anyway. I'll remind myself of the actions that I have committed to taking to myself and to my group of people who will be meeting Sunday. Today is Friday, so Sunday, 2 days from now. Planning things out like this makes sure, like, you ensure that you will be doing more of the right things every day, and that they will get you closer and closer to achieving these goals that you've set for yourself. Yeah, so you're gonna reach your goals faster, and they'll have greater impact, right? Like, I'm so excited. Like, okay, I've got all these plans that I've been thinking about for years and years that I want to get done, and maybe one day in the future, or not even one day, definitely one day in the future, but when is that going to happen, right? No, it's happening right now. This moment, I'm writing it down and I'm doing it. So yeah, and like I was saying, I think this morning when we were talking about the actions that you're taking to help reach your goals. You know, you've brainstormed them all, and you've chosen as few as possible, but that will lead you to achieving your goal. So you're focusing on the few vital actions, you know. So for me, like losing weight, I'm going to be doing the 1,200 calories a day. I'm going to be exercising. Right now the plan says an hour Monday through Friday, and this could be a walk, it could be going to the gym, whatever. It's just, you know, some sort of activity. And I am going to be doing yoga at least. Oh boy, am I really going to commit myself to that? Yes, I am. Let's say at least 4 to 5 days a week. Let's say 4, but I'm planning right now, in my mind, I'm going to be doing it every morning, Monday through Friday, and then also on Saturdays at some point. I'm going to make it more specific, and I will present it to you later, but that's my plan. And I hope that these sort of thoughts on planning and the thoughts on the basic concepts from this book and from what I'm doing in my life are helping and not hurting. I can't imagine that they're hurting. And that's about it. I'm going to stop talking now because I'm supposed to meet my mom to have a little bite for dinner. We're going to Panera. But I'll look for something really good on the menu. Bye, everybody.